advocate, and champion. 2 years ago, I shared these words with you as a candidate for your president-elect. And today, I share them with you again, this time as your 56th president. Whew. I stand before you, humbled and honored to represent every single one of you, to be your voice in advancing nursing forward. But y'all, I didn't get here on my own. I believe and I know and I have faith that God has brought me to this place and to this moment right now. And I know the plans that He has for me. And y'all, I am here to receive every single one of them, because He does not call the equipped, He equips the called. And that is a gift I am here to receive. Throughout my career, I have been blessed with some incredible mentors. Some of them are in the room, some of them couldn't be here today. Helene Zender was one of my managers at UNC Rex Healthcare, and she pushed me to invest in myself and to be like Mika. She said, go be a difference maker. And so I did. Liz Roshan and I also worked together at Rex, and Liz encouraged me to be physically, emotionally, and spiritually present. And most importantly, she showed me the significance of leading the way, not by myself, but leading the way by lifting up others. Mary Graff, I know you're in here. I saw you earlier. I don't know where you're sitting. I'm going to find you. You were my shepherd on my first Tuesdays at the legislature. Thank you for showing me the true meaning of advocacy and action, and how to be absolutely unafraid when chatting it up with the legislators, or more likely their aides, because we know and we believe that what we are asking for is the absolute right thing to do for North Carolina. Elaine Schreier. I have treasured our many conversations over the last 2 years. Your constant encouragement and belief in me that, girl, you got this. You got this. Even when I didn't believe it. No, you got this. It has meant so much to me. Thank you for always there you are. I gotcha. Thank you for always being there and being willing to accept my text when I'm like, hey, you got a second? Because you and I both know it's going to be about a 4-hour conversation, because you know me, I'm either going to text it out or talk it out, and it's going to be a little while. But thank you for believing in me and showing me the importance of believing in myself. And Mika, I know you left. Ooh. So you have been a mentor to me. I know I told you that the other night. And over the past 2 years, you've shown me how to lead with grace and with strength. And you've offered me counsel, girl. You've offered me counsel that I've needed, and I have accepted and celebrated and received during my term as president-elect. And I celebrate you. I celebrate you, and I'm thankful for your incredible gifts over your many, many years in leadership. And I am honored to have served as your president-elect, to watch you over the last 2 years. And I think we would all agree that we need to thank you for your infectious enthusiasm for advancing nursing forward. So thank you. And I want to thank my family, who have been my rock. And my mom is here, and my husband they're here today. And to my husband, thank you for your unwavering belief in me, because I wouldn't be here without you. And to my boys, my Jacob and my Nathan, and to my very first grandson, who just came into this world 2 months ago, Jasper Wayne. And to my mom, who's always said, she's like, I've always wanted to be a nurse. And sure enough, my baby sister, who I'm going to tell you about in a minute, she couldn't be here today, but my baby sister and I became nurses for my mom. Thank you for being my biggest cheerleader. And so my sister, baby sister, she always reminds me that I'm older than she is, but y'all, she's getting close to 50, and I hope somebody's recording this because I'm going to remind her. So she's been a nurse for over 25 years, and see, I want to stop for a second and let y'all know I'm a second career nurse. So I'm an ECU grad. I know we got some ECU pirates in here. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! All right. But here's the thing. So I'm not a nursing grad from ECU, although I'm considered an honorary pirate nurse. Someone told me that the other day, so I'm going to say thank you for that. I'll take it. But I did sing at the 1991 pinning ceremony for my sorority sister at ECU, so technically I was kind of there. But I'm a business grad from ECU. So I was a stay-at-home mom, and so we're talking, this is 1998, 99 at this point. My baby sister comes to me and says, hey, you want to come work at Rex? I'm like, well, I was a stockbroker, and I did corporate accounting, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with patients unless I'm going to do their books or help them with financial planning. She's like, no, I know you want to stay home with your boys. So what if you come in and just work a weekend or two a month? That's all we're asking. We'll train you on the heart monitors. You'll be fine. I'm like, sure. Now look at me. Once I got to Rex, I worked on 4 East at UNC Rex, which I affectionately refer to as the Beast, because it was the best unit in the hospital, and I'm very partial. But I was at Rex for almost 17 years, and I was a stockbroker right before I was a nurse, and I thought being a stockbroker was hard. And while I was at Rex, my first 10 years, almost 10 years, were on nights, and y'all, I'm still tired. I don't know about y'all, but night shift is rough. Come home and sleep, get a shower, sleep maybe 2 or 3 hours, maybe, and then you get right back up and you go back and do it again. And that's why my hat goes off to my husband, because there's no way I could have done that unless he was there with me every step of the way. So you see, that was my beginning, and it was not my end. And my time at the bedside, y'all, gave me some of the most incredible memories that I will treasure for the rest of my life. So looking back, when I made the decision to throw my hat in the ring for your president-elect, I remember sharing with a couple of friends that I felt this calling, and I knew he was calling. I felt this calling on my heart to get more involved, and that there was something more that I needed to be doing. And I told them, I'm like, yes, that's what I'm thinking. They're like, well, of course you are. Of course you're going to do that. They saw it before I saw it in myself. And so I did. I ran. And the decision to get into the ring was one of the absolute best decisions of my life. And that all of you took a chance on me. You put your faith in me, and I stand here before you and make you this promise that I will not let you down. And as we look ahead, our profession is facing strong headwinds. We are searching for recognition and validation, and NCNA remains committed to all of our strategic priorities. And it's up to us to increase the awareness of our over 120-year-old organization, to elevate the profession through advocacy and influence in our communities, our workplaces, and public policy. It's up to us to champion each other, to stand up and be present, and take the opportunity to lead with confidence. It's up to us to expand relationships both within and outside of nursing. And it's up to us to look back and acknowledge long-standing racism in nursing. We can no longer ignore that it has happened and that it is still happening today. It's up to us to exemplify inclusivity and diversity and equity in all aspects of our work and create and promote an anti-racist culture, to confront systemic racism and take action to ensure equity within NCNA and the entirety of the profession. you can see that we have a great deal of work ahead of us. And with our incredible board of directors and NCNA staff, I believe and I know that we are well positioned as a driving force for change for North Carolina and the nation. At the 2019 convention, I think it was literally in this very room, then President Elaine Sherrier presented me with the Rookie of the Year award. I wasn't a rookie. Y'all, I had been a nurse for a long time at that point. And it's just a reminder, I know someone else mentioned earlier that they had been a nurse for a long time and they'd only been a member of NCNA for a short time. So I encourage everyone to look around you at your workplaces and your communities, your nursing sisters and brothers, and invite them in. Bring them in and celebrate and champion with them. Show them what NCNA has to offer them. So yeah, 2019, I'm in this very room and Elaine says, hey, here's the award. And I'm still nervous at that point. She said, do you want to say anything? And I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going to say something. And I remember walking up to the podium and looking out at our membership, much like I am today. So at that moment, I looked out and I said to all of you out there, I see you, and I hear you, and I celebrate you, and I am thankful for you. And then I looked to our student nurses and I said, you know what? We see you, we hear you, and we celebrate you now, and we need to see you and hear from you after you graduate, because you are the future, and we cannot, all of us here cannot wait to welcome you to the profession. So today, as your 56th president of the North Carolina Nurses Association, I want you to know that I see you, and I hear you, and I celebrate you, and the impact you are having on all North Carolinians in all 100 beautiful counties in our great state. I am your advocate for our voices to be heard and respected at the local, state, and national levels. I am your champion for increasing outreach to nurses working in all areas of healthcare, in the acute space, the post-acute space, behavioral, population health, school nurses, nurses in non-traditional roles myself. I may be away from the bedside, but I am still an advocate in industry. I want to reach out and be inclusive of all in research, education, informatics, and nurses managing the business of healthcare. You see, I believe, and I know, and I have faith that together we will advance nursing forward. Thank you.